Hey sugars, you're welcome to another episode with Inside Business Talk with Lena. Today, our guest is the beautiful, graceful, delightful, God's own chef, Mimi. Please, chef, Mimi, introduce yourself to us. Can we meet you?
Other than what you've said, can I beat that? I should go ahead. Okay. So my name is Shetty Gomalia, also known as Chef Mimi. I am a foodpreneur. I'm a chef by training, a culinary consultant, amongst others. But I rule and reign the culinary world.
So, today we want to know how you started. For your information, guys, this woman, she has been doing a lot of things underground. A lot. When I heard, I said, why have you been hiding? So this woman, she has a whole lot. So we'll be hearing from her. So you tell us, how did you start? How did you come about this?
Okay. It's quite a long story, but we'll cut it short. I have always been curious about food, even as a child. You know, I would cook in the house, I'll take care of everybody. But my business started by me selling Masa. Yes. After I graduated from university, I got a job as a business executive in one security firm, but I wasn't really content with my job. So I had to look for what I was passionate about, and my aunt taught me how to make masa. And so I just had my first baby. So I would fry my masa, put her in the car, take it from bank to bank, office to office, and sell a little here, a little there, gradually until I owned my first restaurant. And then it's been going since then. Yes.
So, guys, do you know that Chef Mimi is a world-renowned chef? A world-renowned chef, okay. So
I'll take that.
So tell us about the challenges while you were on this journey. What are the challenges you met? How you were able to overcome them, so that there are a lot of young ladies who want to go into this type of business that we do. So we would want to know what are the challenges, and then how were you able to overcome them?
What are the challenges? How am I able to overcome them? You don't really overcome them really, because as you overcome one, another thing comes up, and like it comes up in quick successions like that. Um, Being in my industry is not an easy thing. Number one, if you do not have passion for what you're doing, do not do it, because everything will tempt you to dump it and move on to the next thing every single day, right? So you have to be first passionate about what you do. Then secondly, know your calling. Really, it's also a calling. And then you can carve a niche for yourself in the industry. You have to find out what your strong suits are, where what you offer is needed and will be valued. There are lots of challenges in the culinary industry. Number one, fluctuation of market prices for your food and all that. So for people who own restaurants or are caterers or food vendors, they have that challenge, because you give a price today, tomorrow it might not be the same thing. There's an inconsistency in the market. Secondly, having to function. So for example, I am a chef, I have my restaurant. So you have to pay attention to a lot of things. So you have your rent coming up, you have government officials coming for different reasons. You have to pay for your sanitation, for operation permit, so there are just little foxes here and there that just makes it difficult to function properly. Also, patronage can be a problem. Where we stay in our clients here, especially here in Abuja, people don't randomly walk into your establishment and just stay. So they normally have like a reason that brings them. So for example, you're my friend, you have a meeting, you'll always come to me. You will refer other people to me. So you have to be out there, engage with people, so they know what you do, and then it's easier for you to get them to patronize your business. Yeah.
So, my sugars, I want to tell you something. Chef Mimi has an academy where she teaches people how to be a chef. And then she's not just giving people anyhow certificates. It is
It is backed by Association of Professional Chefs in Nigeria and World Chefs.
so. Tell us, how did you come about this idea of not just having a restaurant, but also having an a culinary school?
So me teaching, I discovered that it's very easy for me to teach people, right? So I could effortlessly share a recipe, tell you step by step on how to go about it. And there was a day I was doing that in 2000 and let's say 2012, 13, and my daughter was like, Mommy, why don't you just start teaching people how to cook? And then I was like, that's a good idea. So the first cohort was with children, then I had for young adults and all that, and then we have been training since then. It's been back to back. I'm a sucker for excellence, so I do not churn out half big ships.
Hmm.
So,
So, we got talking, and then I realized that Chef has been having this inter-school cooking competition. So, what brought that vision? What brought the vision to life? And then, how long have you been doing
have
that?
I been doing it? Okay, so basically, when we were growing up, we had inter-school competition.
Yeah.
So it's either maybe athleticism or it's maybe spelling competitions, or we've always had those competitions growing up. But I now found out that recently it's been a little bit slow when it comes to this generation, right? And then also, I am a sucker for vocational skill acquisition. I do not think that anybody should roam the surface of this earth not having a skill, right? And then I also believe that every single day you go out, you should make 1 naira. You should come back home with at least 1,000 naira in your pocket. And the only way you can do that is to equip yourself with a skill. So you have to have something handy. You're either an assistant, or you do your hair, or you do your makeup, or you do food. But because my own niche is in the food industry, I am trying my best to equip young adults on how to be independent and how to do that. You take it to the secondary schools, you take it to institutions. That way, they start to imbibe it in their spirit and in their culture before they come out to the world after school and find out that, okay, they have to do all these things. I have always had a means of income, even when I finished from secondary school. In the university, I had something doing, yes, that will bring me money. So I do that. I can proudly say that I have graduated kids that are abroad now fending for themselves doing this. So there was a time where there was no cash in the system, right? And parents couldn't send money abroad. My students will call me and be like, Chef Yumi, somebody ordered for food. And I made a tray and I took it. And their parents will call me and be like, oh my gosh, God bless you. And I earned $100, $200, So for me, that alone gave me the drive to say, do this for the younger generation. Now, children are impressionable. You can easily tell them to do something and they will do it. I'm a mother of 4 girls. I do not cook in my house. I don't know when last I went into my kitchen and I found the gas. I have my breakfast, lunch, dinner served to me. If I wish to stay in bed for 1 week, I have to. My kids cook. Down to my last girl. She would clean, tidy up, peel, clean, wash. My kids are cooked. If I cook, my first child cooks and I cook, you will not know the difference. So children are impressionable and cooking is a life skill. That's just the truth.
So the thing is, the reason why we are doing this is because we are trying to create awareness that as a woman or a girl child, you should do something. It is not right for you to sit without doing anything. So just like you said, it is important that as long as you are on this earth, you should have something, have a skill. Now, I want to ask you, do you think there's an age that one gets to and the person stops learning? Or no matter how old you are, you should. Now, this is because for some people, they will think that, oh, time has passed. They didn't learn it while they were younger. So
they should do it now that
they
they're
don't
older.
think they should do it now that they are older. So I would want you to maybe say something about that so that these people who think that time has passed should know that time has actually not passed.
So I have a saying, right? Whenever you wake up, it's your good morning. It's your morning. So if you wake up, I'll just tell you good morning. Whether you wake up in your 20s, your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, your 60s, good morning to you. You never stop learning. You never stop learning. Have you seen where old people are talking on the streets?
Yeah.
And you know that this person should be well over 60,
Yeah.
into 70s. We see that in the Western world a lot because you see them in food marts and all those things. They are in supermarkets behind the counters. They don't own the establishment, but they are working in their 70s, in their 80s. There is no time that you would wake up and say that it is too late for me to start. It is never too late. But you see, to avoid working to your bones in old age, you start now. You start now. I tell young ladies, start now. Have your own. God knows that we're all vying for marry a rich guy,
Yeah.
and then somebody who can take care of your bills and all that. But I would seriously tell you that you should get something doing for yourself. Get a skill. God forbid, if so everything crashes down to zero, my skill is not something that disappears with it, you know. Instead, because I keep improving myself continuously, I improve my skill, my practice. Everything keeps growing and becoming better. So as long as you're alive, you can start from any point, at any time, from anywhere. But then start young. Because then you're young, you're vibrant, you have the energy, you can make mistakes and correct those mistakes.
So I really learned a lot. I would want you to just say something to the people out there that are watching you.
Something like what?
Something
What did I
like
tell you? Okay, my take home, right, is that get a life skill. And that's period. Get a life skill. Learn how to cook, how to make hair, how to sew, how to make shoes. And especially to women, there is no industry that you will say, oh, this is a male dominated industry, I can't go in there. Be a carpenter, be a cobbler, be an engineer, be an electrician, be whatever you want to be. The sky is your limit, the world is your onion. And like onions, you peel one layer after the other, and we have a lot to discover about ourselves, truly and sincerely. You do not know the capacity that you have until you try. So just keep trying. You'll fail sometimes, but you'll learn from those mistakes. Try, and try again. So that's all I have.
So thank you very much, guys. Thank you, Chef Mulu, for coming to our show. But there's something I want to put on the spot. If you're interested in learning a culinary skill and you're using my name, just call my name. There'll be a discount.
Password.
My name should be your password.
Yes.
So she will give you a discount. And that is what we get. This is what we're trying to give to the world. This is what we're trying to give to every woman out there. So we say thank you, and we have a little token for our chef. So this is from us to you. Thanks for being part of our show. And we say God will bless you. And thank you for the so many things you do.
I'm grateful. Thank you. I love gifts. So I'm grateful. Thank you so much.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate
Thanks for
you.
coming. So see you guys in our next episode. Bye.